Hey YouTubers, got another video review for you today. This one is another tool. You guys know I love doing tool reviews and stuff, so I wanted to bring you another tool that I found pretty interesting. I was on Facebook and I was just searching around, you know, like everybody does, posting and stuff, and happened to run across this tool, and I thought, you know what, let's get one of those. So I did. And I just wanted to show you guys my first thoughts on the tool. I ordered it with the case, and so it does come with a pretty nice hard shell case. You know, it don't seem like it's very thin. It's got some nice latches here on the front, and the only problem that I seen that I had with the case is, you know, how some of the cheaper cases have just a piece of plastic here on the back instead of like an actual piano hinge with a rod running through there that would last longer. But you know, this one should last you several years. You know, if you're good to it and don't roughhouse it. But anyways, it seems like a pretty decent plastic hinge, so it is what it is. And then you open it up, and here's the manual, and then the actual tool, and then all the little mandrels that they send you with it. And then it comes with 4 of the standard and 3 of the metric, and they're all labeled. And I don't know if you can see that, but that one's a 1/4 by 20, 15, 5/16 by 18. That's a 3/8 by 16, a 1/2 inch by 13. And then right here, you've got 6 by 32, 8 by 32, and 10 by 24. And then you've got the tool. That's the expert model, and they have some smaller ones that don't cost as much, but this was the expert model that's got the longer handles, and it's just a beefier unit. And then it comes with a wrench right here, so you can work on it, taking the mandrels on and off if you need to, and that way you don't have to go to your toolbox to get a wrench. So that is pretty handy. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it and show you how to use it, show you what this product does. All right, guys, what we have here is just a plain old piece of sheet metal, and as you can see, I've drilled some holes right there and right there, and I've already used this tool to put in a riv nut, and you can see it right there. And what this does, it basically just puts like a little riveted nut inside the steel, and you can see right there, there's the threads on the back side. And what this allows you to do is take you a number 10 if you want to do metric, or if you want to do standard, doesn't matter. But this is a number 10 by 24. You can see right here on the package. Just went to Lowe's and picked these stainless steel machine screws up. And like I said, they're 10 by 24 by 1. And it allows you to take and screw this right into the metal. And you can see, trying to do this one-handed, but you can see that it's come out the other side. And you know, it's pretty neat, and seems to work really good. It's easy to do, and you know, it's just really handy to have, especially if you're doing any kind of automotive work or whatever, or doing any kind of have like a hot rod or an off-road vehicle or something where you like to add accessories. You know, the first thought that come to mind whenever I seen this tool was, nah, that'd be pretty cool to have like a custom bracket and that had these riv nuts in there, and you could use it to mount like a MSD box, let's say on a race car or something, or just really anything. I mean, it's unlimited possibilities. And so this just really cleans the look of things up and gives you a place to mount it. And you know, and unlike a rivet where that's pretty much permanent once you rivet it on there, this is not. I mean, because you can unscrew that screw and take it out. And so I know you can always drill out a rivet and pull and do it the hard way and having to drill it out. But, you know, like I said, well, this way, if you want to, you can just just unscrew it and take whatever you've attached to that metal right off, and it's, you know, it only takes just a second. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to show you the easy way. Now first, what you want to do is go ahead and drill a hole wherever you would like the riv nut to be inserted into. And the way that you determine what size drill bit you're going to need is by doing this. Now you take one of these little riv nuts, whichever ones that you want to use, and like I said, I'm going to show you a tip. Everybody's got one of these laying around their house. Usually if you've got a shop or whatever, or just drill bits, you've got a holder for these bits to set in. And what I've found, the best way to determine what size drill bit you're going to need is just take this little riv nut and drop it down in the hole. And you can see that, you know, whichever hole that it falls down into, that's going to be the size drill bit you're going to need, instead of guessing, because you don't want to drill out a too big of a hole, or it will just pull through. So this is definitely a part that you want to pay attention to. So make sure you choose the right bit. And like I said, if it fits down into the hole right there where those bits are stored into, then that is the bit that you need. And as you can see, this is the wrong size down here, and it won't fit into the hole. So you know that that's not it. So I'm going to use a 17/64 drill bit, and like I said, that's the size that I've already used. And you can see I've already, to save some time on the video, I've already drilled the holes. So now with the Rivnut Pro, you have to buy the riv nuts extra, and so I opted to get this 300-piece kit. And you can get different types. They make it in steel and aluminum and stainless steel, and so these are just the regular steel ones. But like I said, I'm going to use this number 10 by 24, and it comes out of this middle pack whenever you get it. So what you want to do first is, like I said, drill them holes out, and then, you know, if you're working with a loose piece like this, just clamp it to something so you can use both your hands on that rivet tool. All right, guys, I've got the workpiece clamped down on the table right here, and then I've got the tool in hand, and I already have the appropriate mandrel attached to the tool. And what you want to do is take that little riv nut, and you want to screw it onto the end of that mandrel piece. And you make sure you open it up first. I forgot. But once you get it screwed all the way down on there, all you have to do is take and insert it right there in that little hole that I've got drilled. You just insert the tool, and then you take the handles, and it's just like a regular, installing a regular rivet. You just pull the handles together, and it doesn't take much effort at all with these longer handles. And then once you get done compressing the handles together, the way that you take the tool loose from the riv nut is you turn this piece here counterclockwise until it unscrews out of the riv nut. And then once it unscrews, then the tool will pop off. Just like that. Very, very simple tool to use. And then now you can take, like I showed you, that little 1" by 10 by 24 little machine screw, or bolt, whatever you want to use, and you can just thread it right into that metal like I showed you before. And you can see right here on the back, it gives it a nice tight fit, and you can see that it pulls that metal and mushrooms it up just like a rivet would, and it gives you a great place to secure whatever you're trying to attach. And it's just very simple to do, and it doesn't take much effort. Now they do have some smaller tools with smaller handles, but this one is like the expert model with the longer handles, and so it makes it easier to compress those handles. But if you're working in a confined area, they've got a more compact tool that's not as big, that would be able to get in some smaller areas. And so that might be a better option for you. So just check out their website and everything. Now I'm going to jump back over and show you the actual tool itself and show you how to work it. Now, the first things first, when I opened the tool, seen it for the first time, I was pretty impressed. The handles right here are 1/8 of an inch thick. I mean, it's pretty solid steel, and it's high carbon, high strength steel, and it's just wrapped around, and it's got nice thick handles on it. Doesn't feel like the handles are gonna fall off. You know, I know some of the Harbor Freight stuff is just really cheap, but you know, some of it works good, some of it doesn't, but the handles feel really good on it. It seems like it's a really strong tool. I would say that it is made in China, but you know, it looks like the quality control of it is really good. As far as changing the mandrels out, because they give you different ones, like I told you in the beginning, they give you 7 mandrels altogether. They give you 4 of the standard, 3 of the metric, and the way that you change those out is right here. There's like a little threaded collar that fits right around here, and you just unscrew it. And that whole piece comes off just like that. And let's say you want to put a different size mandrel on there. Let's say we're going to put a 1/2 inch by 13 mandrel, and you want to switch them out. These little kits come with a different size mandrel and a little collar. Now I'm going to set it over to the side here for a second. What you want to do is take, and when you've got this pulled off like I just showed you, there's a little collar right here, spring loaded. You just take your fingernail and pull it back, and then you can unscrew that. Doesn't take much effort at all. I mean, they provide you with a tool in case one of them gets stuck or something, but I haven't had any problems with it. It seems like it goes on there really nice. So you're going to take and thread the new one on, and it just threads right back down into that same hole. And then you just release that collar and it slides right back up. And then for this other piece here, you've got to change. This is the part where you need the wrench, because this gets stuck sometimes. This piece right here is the collar, and you just want to loosen it up and unscrew it. And then take the 1/2 inch one and screw it in its place. And then now you're ready to reassemble it. So now you would just repeat the process. You would take and choose the appropriate size riv nut. You go ahead and drill your hole. You would thread the riv nut on here. You would put it down into the workpiece, compress the handles, and you're done. So it's a really simple tool. Product seems like it's spot on as far as quality, and been pretty happy with it so far. So anyways, check it out. I'll put a link to the description for the Rivnut tool down below. So make sure you check that product out, because it is pretty handy to have something like this around the house. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate that. And leave me some comments. If there's a product that you would like to see me do a review on, put it in the comments below, and I'll try to get it and review it for you. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching, and have a good day.